Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 4th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody had a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about the tropics. We're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Debby, which is expected to become Hurricane Debby with winds of about 75 to 90 miles per hour as it makes landfall. Currently has winds of 65 miles per hour, but expect that to continue to gain strength. But I'm expecting it to just become a weak hurricane, but winds can approach anywhere from 75 to 90 miles per hour as it moves across Florida and then back into the Atlantic and then make another landfall into South Carolina, somewhere between Charleston and Myrtle Beach, and then take a track on off to the north. There's still some differences in the model runs here, so we're going to have to continue to watch them and see which way the system could turn back west to go back towards Georgia, or it could continue to move off to the north. Right now there's still some difference in the model, and we will show you that in just a few minutes. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here's the satellite imagery. I started a video earlier, but it messed up, so I'm just going to show it this way. You can see it is on the west coast. Here's the Florida west coast. Here's the Big Bend area of Florida. Here's the Panhandle of Florida. The Panhandle, you're going to miss out on it. But if you're in the Big Bend area, also down toward Tampa, and also over toward Orlando and Jacksonville, Florida on the east side of that, and also towards Savannah, Georgia, look out because it's going to get very, very intense over the next several hours and also during the next few days as the system kind of meanders in that vicinity. Alright, now let's move on to the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. As you can see, here is the wind field in the yellow. Here's the tropical storm warnings in the blue, stretching all the way down on the west coast of Florida. There's the Big Bend. Hurricane warning there expected. The next advisory, according to the Hurricane Center, should be already become a hurricane. I do expect it to become a hurricane. Like I said, winds from 75, maybe up to 90 miles per hour as it crosses the area, beaches there, and move inland. Then remain a tropical storm as it crosses southern Georgia, then back into southern South Carolina. According to the Hurricane Center, should become a tropical depression. That's why I would not. If it stays over water a little longer, it could become a hurricane. But right now, I'm going with the National Hurricane Center with this here. That's why they do not have a big cone going forward, because there's still a lot of uncertainty with this system, because there's supposed to be a high pressure to the west, to the east of the system, a high pressure to the west. It's going to kind of squeeze play it in, and it's going to kind of just meander in the southeastern United States until eventually it will get the winds fielded aloft will track it on out to the north. Alright, if you're tracking the system at home, it's located in latitude 27.7 north, longitude 84.4 west, maximum sustained winds are 65 miles an hour with higher gusts. Movement is to the north at 12 miles per hour. Currently is a tropical storm, winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. When it becomes a hurricane, it will be from 74 to 110 miles per hour. Alright, now let's take a look at these models here. This is what I was talking about. You can see there's consistency with the model runs where it is now, moving into the Big Bend. Pretty much goes over to the east off the coast. After it gets off the coast of Georgia around the Savannah area, it could be fair game. It can move inland, back up toward Augusta, back in toward the Atlanta metro area, up toward the upstate of South Carolina, or move up the coast, move into around the Wilmington area, or west of Wilmington, west of Myrtle Beach. Still fair game. Depends on them two high pressure system to see if that thing's gonna let it move in a certain direction. Alright, now let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this system. Alright, you can see it got about 60 knot winds, equal up to 65 miles per hour. Keeps it up to a strong tropical storm. There's several models. Well, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 4 to 5 models showing into a hurricane. That's why the National Hurricane Center is saying it will become a hurricane. I'm agreeing with them as well. And then it brings it down to a tropical storm remainder of that time. Some drops it down to a tropical depression about 144 to 168 hours out. That's the reason, is because it will move over South Carolina. Alright, let's take a look at the radar from the Tampa Bay area of Florida. You will get a chance to see where the center of the storm is. As you can see, this is the current position of this hurricane, the tropical storm that is, which will become Hurricane Debby. You can see the center of circulation is trying to get an eye wall forming here on the Doppler radar system. Tampa, you're getting hammered with some heavy rain. Got flash flooding in your area down towards Sona City, Florida as well. Also up to Ocala, you get some showers and storms with some heavy rainfall in that vicinity. Also, we have a special marine warning along the coastal areas of the Florida region, beach down toward Melbourne, and the areas in that area there as well. Alright, but this is the center of circulation. It will continue to push on off to the north and make a landfall in the Big Bend region of Florida. Alright, let's move on to the watches warning advisory map you're located across the nation. Okay, as you can see, we got some severe thunderstorm warning, flood advisory for Maine down in the portion of New Hampshire and Vermont region. We have a flash flood warning, flash flood advisory watch in effect also for the care of South Carolina back in the eastern Georgia. We also have one flash flood warning there as well. Alright, we got a lot of tropical storm watches, warnings, hurricane warning along the Gulf Coast, also back into Georgia. Would not be surprised to see some of these tropical storm tropical storm watches and warnings start lifting into South Carolina. We already have a couple right along the coastal area there, and also up towards the low country of South Carolina. Around the Lake Moultrie area, we have a area of tropical storm watches there that will become a tropical storm warning. Tornado warnings and watches over portions of Florida. There's a special marine warning along the east coast of Florida. Also, we have special weather statements and hurricane local statements also for Georgia, portions of the Florida Panhandle. Also, we have special weather statements for portions of North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, same over portions of Iowa, Illinois. Heat advisories over here in portions of Mississippi, Louisiana, a little bit across southern Alabama. Also, we have more over here in portions of Utah, a couple counties in Colorado, same in portions of Nebraska, and also one in Iowa as well. Red flag warning there also for areas of Nebraska and Wyoming, also in the portions of Idaho, down in the portions of Utah. Some excessive heat warnings there also, stretching down into portions of Nevada and California. Air quality alerts over Washington, Oregon states. Air quality, and also some heat advisories there as well for portions of Utah, Colorado, and air quality alert for Colorado as well. Alright, we got special marine warnings for portions of Long Island region, also up toward the Boston area, and there's along the east coast of Florida, and again over here from gale warning, small craft advisories from Washington State and the Oregon State down to California. Alright, the Hawaiian Chain Islands, they got the coastal flood advisories, south side small craft advisories, same around the Alaska area, and also we have some high surf warnings along the Alaska coast, and we got some special weather statements inland for you guys in Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the rainfall totals from the Weather Prediction Center across the southeastern United States. As you can see, we have about 2 to 4 inches of rain expected in the green area, extending from near Charlotte over toward Greenville, Spartanburg, down toward just west of Tallahassee, also down to Orlando, back into coastal water. Also, we have a 4 to 6 inch rainfall total stretching from Cape Hatteras, North Carolina to Raleigh, maybe over toward Winsboro, also down toward Tallahassee, you included. Also Tampa Bay, you included. West of Orlando, you included. We have total rainfall from 6 to 8 inches in a little swath here, from portion of North Carolina, around portion of South Carolina, back into Georgia and the Florida region. We have a large area, 8 to 12, straight to Augusta. You on the borderline of that 8 to 12, straight to portion of Central South Carolina, all the way back to Wilmington. Then we have a swath of 8 from 12 to 16 inches, all the way from up around the Grand Strand down to Orangeburg, South Carolina, down to portions of northern Florida region. And then we have a swath of 16 to 20 inches from Charleston to Savannah. So, but if this thing happens to wobble a little bit further to the west, these rain totals will change, and more areas may get more precipitation. So, would not be surprised to see this map update again. Could push some of these heavy rainfall totals back to the northwest once again. Alright, and here is the other one here I want to show you, from the slight risk, moderate risk, and the major risk here for flooding. You can see here on the map here, the green is the marginal risk. Atlanta, you included. Montgomery, portion of Florida, southern areas there, you included. We have a large swath from Raleigh to Charlotte, almost to Columbia, just west of Tallahassee, also toward the Tampa and Orlando area. You're included in the slight risk. If you're in the moderate risk, this includes Wilmington, almost to Columbia, South Carolina, southward to Augusta, to Tallahassee, eastbound. And then we have a major or high risk for flash flooding from Charleston, almost to Orangeburg, South Carolina, to Savannah, and also northern Florida region and southeastern Georgia. You're included. Albany, you may be included in that, in the Georgia region. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. We'll have more updates tomorrow evening on this system, so stay with me and have a wonderful Sunday evening. Enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and make sure you subscribe.